McGann, eh? You know, he used to be my favourite Doctor, but alas, others overtook him in my estimations. But he was my favourite Doctor for quite a while, so he will still hold a special place in my heart. But alas, what do I do to celebrate the 8th Doctor's 25th birthday? Well, I've kind of fallen out of love with a lot of his Big Finish, so I don't think I can make an accurate video. So I'm a bit crunched for time. I don't really have any other piece of 8th Doctor media besides, I guess, a couple of books, but that's nowhere near enough. I guess the only thing I have left is the TV movie, but I already reviewed it years back. I know it got removed and all, but, you know, I found it, and it's back online. It's not as if I'm gonna, like, get amnesia anytime soon. Ah! Damn it! Oh, that hit me harder than I thought. Good job I don't wear glasses. Oh, I didn't need to wear glasses. Wait. What the hell? Huh? What? Who am I? Oh wait, hold on. No, I'm Matt of Whoniversals, that's who I am. Yeah, everything's coming back now. Oh, let me sit down. Oh, that was a weird spell. Why am I wearing this scalp? That's quite revealing. Hold on. Oh, there are my glasses. That's why I need glasses, because I can see better with them. The Doctor Who TV movie. Don't remember reviewing this. Well, I guess today, gonna review this. Hopefully I'll be in a much more flattering get-up. But sit back and relax and enjoy me reviewing this piece of Doctor Who media from McGann. Anyway, the TV movie was first broadcast on the 14th of May 1996 on Fox, but the 27th of May 1996 on BBC One. It starred Paul McGann as the Doctor, as well as Sylvester McCoy making an appearance as the 7th Doctor. It also starred Daphne Ashbrook as Dr. Grace Holloway, Yi-Ji Tuso as Chang Lee, and Eric Roberts as the Master. It was written by Matthew Jacobs, directed by Jeffrey Sachs, produced by Peter V. Ware, and had Alex Beaton, Philip Siegel, and Joe Wright as its executive producers. Long-time fans of the Whoniversals might actually remember that I reviewed this a while back, but I don't have any recollection of this, so here's a fresh review of it, because, you know, 25th birthday of the 8th Doctor and all that. Let's get a move on. After a beautiful opening monologue read by the new Doctor, we get opening scenes with Sylvester McCoy. I honestly love how tense these scenes are. It honestly felt like McCoy had never left, and seeing his panicked look on his face is honestly great. I get why he doesn't have a companion, but it would have been great to see a co-star, like maybe Ace or something. The Doctor then gets shot like an idiot before getting shoddy surgery and dying, also like an idiot. Joking aside, I genuinely feel like this is a brilliant introduction of Grace. We tend to find out who people are when they're under stress. And what better stress to put her through than performing heart surgery on an alien? This is also a method of regeneration that we've never seen before, so it's quite interesting to see. The regeneration being a parallel to the Master possessing Bruce is honestly an inspired move, breaking new ground as well. But the comparisons to Frankenstein are a choice. Also, the acting is getting a bit over the top, but not bad. Another choice is the Doctor having amnesia. I do actually like it here. It is an interesting concept to have the Doctor have amnesia. And it does expand on post-regenerative trauma in an interesting way. that also creates drama within the plot.
Too bad most writers for 8 in expanded media also thought this and kept giving him amnesia. Anyways, after some nice body horror with the Master, and some lovely scenes with the Doctor and Grace, we get the Master interacting with his own companion, Chang Li.
Who was established earlier but didn't do anything notable enough for me to talk about in this review so far. I'll talk more about him as well as the other major players later.
But his chemistry with Roberts' Master is really good. Their performances are quite captivating for what they are, including an interesting directorial choice for his hypnotism.
As for the Master's plan, Mordred and the Valley are called. They want their plan back. After that bit of unoriginality, we actually see the Doctor and Grace's romance start to form. Yeah, not gonna lie, it feels kind of forced.
The makers of the TV movie clearly wanted a romantic angle because they thought that's what the viewers want, which I don't mind on its own. Heck, Russell thought the same, but the kissing scene came out of nowhere, especially since Grace made a complete 180 in the next scene.
It's inconsistently written and I don't buy it.
There's also a revelation about...
The Doctor is half human.
Now, I used to have issues with this revelation, but seeing as how more batshit stuff has happened in the canon in recent years, I honestly feel like I just don't care anymore and I should just move on, and I think you should do the same.
Another negative I have with this point in the plot is that it does something new with the Eye of Harmony.
I don't actually mind that they did it, it's just for long-term fans, having that but with no explanation just feels kinda off. Especially seeing as how they are clearly trying to adhere to classic fans.
Due to the existence of Skaro and the 7th Doctor. The last negative thing for now is the bending of the glass scene. Sure, it's cool, but couldn't they utilise it later in the plot?
Yeah, this is a plot hole.
We lead into the motorbike chase, which is cool as hell.
And everyone has iconic dialogue within it.
Now would you stand aside before I shoot myself? You kill me.
You want me to kill you?
I only have one life. Can you remember that?
I'll try!
What are we waiting for?
The road's still blocked.
This is an ambulance!
They arrive at the Institute afterwards, and it's cool. This does also emphasise the Doctor being a very good pickpocket, which is nice to see. The size doesn't matter joke is a bit weird though.
See, I told you it was small.
What is it they say?
Yeah, they say that on my planet too.
We also see one of the moments that cements the 8th Doctor as one of the best. I am of course talking about the scene where he speaks with Gareth.
It shows that Paul McGann has phenomenal chemistry with everyone he interacts with. Dropping spoilers to Gareth is a nice distraction.
It's honestly very mesmerising to watch. We then get some TARDIS scenes. These are honestly great. And speaking of mesmerising, these are too, just as everything else with Paul McGann in it.
We even have a good showing for Grace, as she shows her smarts, as she is a doctor. Her understanding of the TARDIS's interior dimensions is a first for a human companion, and it's honestly refreshing.
Now, the Master's abilities are too subtle.
But on this viewing, I realised that the Master spitting on Grace paid off by her becoming possessed.
I do think his abilities should have been more clear, but at least Matthew Jacobs did keep them in mind while writing the Master, as they are consistent. Speaking of Eric Roberts, people think his Master is too camp, and honestly, I don't get that complaint. He's just as camp as someone like Roger Delgado or Anthony Ainley.
Even
I always dress for the occasion.
is fine.
But I would say he's also balanced out by darker moments, which sort of balance out his character. And they are honestly portrayed as dark.
As after Lee's redemption, he straight up gets killed by Eric Roberts, roaring a cum snake. The only times we've had a more somber moment with the Master is when he destroyed Traken and Logopolis, and maybe some stuff in the Deadly Assassin?
But really, to my recollection, this was the first real, hands-on dark moment for the Master. However, one complaint I do have with his Master is the climax of the film as a whole.
It's just a bad scene with the goofy Master and resurrections which are cheap and don't make any sense. The Doctor is alright because Paul McGann can make anything good if he tries, but that can't even save him from clearly not giving a shit about Lee.
However, I do think the climax is really fun, despite how bad it is.
And then the movie ends with a reference to Bang on the Console and a very nice cozy ending, wrapping up Lee's arc nicely with the Doctor having a forgiving nature towards him, as well as wrapping up the Doctor and Grace's relationship. My only issue with this ending is that the Doctor's being a creep.
Come with me.
I even like the final moments, which act as a comedic end.
Oh no, not again.
And that was the TV movie, and it's a mixed bag. It is a fun mixed bag, which I adore because Paul McGann is fun and the plot is very campy.
As I just said, McGann is fun and is alluring as he always is. Well, until his incarnation has a depression haircut. He honestly proves himself as one of the best Doctors here alone for me.
So it's no wonder that for the longest time he was my favourite incarnation of the Doctor.
Grace is a good companion as well.
If you count her overall, which I don't because she only had this one adventure, I'd say she'd be one of the best.
She's incredibly charming and smart. Her doctorate does come into use, which is interesting, and her personality naturally swings from contrasting to complementary throughout. I honestly want more of Daphne Ashbrook and Paul McGann, and I'm sad the closest thing I get to these actors acting against one another is The Next Life, which, to be honest, is also worth it for Paul Darrow alone, to be honest.
Yuji Tuso is also really good as Chang Li.
I think he's a bundle of fun and is a very nice addition to the cast.
I said this earlier, but I love his chemistry with Eric Roberts. I also just love how much of a little shit he is. Then again, I also love Adric. Maybe I have a thing for annoying little shit characters.
Speaking of, Eric Roberts as the Master is honestly one of my favourite incarnations. He manages to capture the campiness of the character, but is able to be threatening when the material calls for it. He is an inspired casting choice, and you can bet I loved every second of his dedicated spin-off box set.
The script is a campy mess that can't decide what it wants to be.
Is it a sci-fi epic? Is it a horror? Is it a hospital drama? Is it a romance? Is it an action flick?
It just wants to be all of these! But I think it adds to the fun. The variety makes the story just not stale, and I honestly wouldn't have it any other way. I just wish the plot was tighter and some of the things got more expansion, like the Master's abilities, the Eye of Harmony, that sort of thing.
The direction is stunning, the cinematography is sublime, and the actors do a tremendous job at portraying these unique and memorable characters. The CGI also ages very well. It looks a lot better than most of the stuff we get in the new series.
It's a shame that it was only animated in standard definition, because that means a true HD restoration of the TV movie would be very difficult, despite it literally being shot on 35mm film. The score is also one of the best in Doctor Who.
Sean Debney's music is breathtaking, and I wish he did more for Doctor Who.
Alas, he's probably too big and too busy to do it. What a shame. So overall, I like it. It's better than what most people say. And even though it's a mess, it's my mess, and it has a lot more entertainment value than the cringiness that people give this credit for. It's one I revisit often, and I think you should do the same. I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. I just really like this one. Thank you for watching, and sorry McGann month was kind of barrenous. We've all been very busy. I've also been focusing on a treat that you may be seeing in a couple of months. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and ring the bell for notifications. Take care now, and enjoy whatever else is in McGann month. Happy 25th birthday to the 8th Doctor. See you guys next time.